Okay. Hello everyone, welcome. Okay, click that. Hello my lovely. I'm so glad you decided to click this video. My name is H.K.Darkwood and I write children's and young adult books. My first published book was in 2011. I've only published one book and in Icelandic, but I have a few drafts that I just need to finish. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about my reasons for why I'm gonna self-publish. So there's a lot of reasons authors will choose either to self-publish or to query and get a publishing, find their, or go the traditional route by finding their agent and publishing and all that stuff. And I must admit, I've only queried once to one publishing house here, because here in Iceland we don't have agents. We just send a manuscript to the publishing houses and see if they want to publish our books. So I've only done that once. I sent out one query to a publishing company here in Iceland, decided after 2 weeks of waiting that I didn't want to publish the traditional way. So my reason for not wanting to go the publishing route, even though it can be easier with the right agent and company around you, you have a much easier time usually, depending on who finds you or who takes you on. You have an easier time getting into the market. You can have an easier time getting into bookstores. Life can be way easier going the traditional route if you get picked. That's always the big if. And also, most of the time you get no's more than you get yeses, but the one yes is always super important. But to most of us, it's the big dream to have a publishing house or someone pick your book up and said, we want to publish your book. So my writing dreams started that way. I had a publishing house here in Iceland that I dreamed of, but then after sending my manuscript out, I decided I couldn't. I'm that type of person that has this big need to have control. I actually didn't realize how much of a need it was for me to be in control of my writing and my book, my covers, my everything, until I sent that letter out and that manuscript. So I decided that I was going to go the self-publishing route, and I realized I would rather wait years to self-publish again and do it right than do the traditional route. I find it a little weird, even for me. I'm like, but so yeah, I decided to self-publish for the simple reason I don't want to give up control. I like the fact that I am in control of everything. That even though it will cost me more money, there will be some things in the beginning especially that I will not get back financially, except if I, in the long run, if I publish enough books and I'm lucky enough, everything starts to sell like crazy. You never know. I could flop or I could succeed and be the next big thing. You never know, except if you try. And it's also a gamble, but if you're willing to take the gamble of trying it out for yourself, then why not? So yeah, that's my big reason for self-publishing. I'm aiming to self-publish next year. So I'm in the process of translating my first book I wrote in 2011. After editing it, so I published it in Iceland. It sold 600 or plus copies without almost any advertising. I find that freaking amazing. With the small country I live in, with almost no advertising except for a few Facebook ads, and it being in bookstores, and I'm still getting comments from kids reading my books, renting my books from the library. Got 2 this week. I'm freaking out. I'm so excited. So I published the book in 2011. I edited it, added a few new chapters just to make it a little more with the feedback from the kids. And I'm translating my first book again, just now in English. That is my second, technically speaking, my third language. No worries, I'm getting an editor to fix it and make everything perfect, so the native English speaker will be like, wow. Yeah, I know, I'm being silly. Anyways, and it's becoming a thing. I'm sorry, but it's gonna become a thing. So, I finished my second book in the series last winter. It's been in resting. It's been in the hibernation mode. And while I was giving that a rest and I'm working on my translation, I decided to finish outlining the book 3. And this week, the reason I'm vlogging now, I started outlining book 4. This book, this story, this world has been in my brain for so long that it's freaking me out that I'm actually outlining book 4. So for NaNoWriMo, October is my prep month. I think I mentioned that last video. If you haven't checked it out, you can watch my introduction video. I may have rambled some of the things in that video too. I tend to ramble, just the way I am. Hope you like that, because that's gonna be kind of my theme. But yeah, so this week has been going, it's been very busy. No, of course, COVID, the pandemic, all that stuff, the words you're not supposed to say out loud because of social media, and the things happening here in Iceland. So it's been very energy consuming working in the sales, working in sales and working in the, I work in a store selling, and it's funny how shopping happy we become when the world is falling apart around us. So most of my energy this week has been going into just fighting it's not making sure my section looks perfect for all the customers. So I've been having a low energy when I get home, but I'm still translating one page, half a page every day. It's a slow process, but it's some process. And outlining, I finished outlining the first 2 chapters of book 4, and I'm almost ready for NaNoWriMo. Can you imagine? It's not even middle of October and I'm kind of ready for Nano. I'm never this early, never. But yeah, so this week was basically me trying to catch my tail. So yeah, I find it very, I need to give myself more writing time. It's annoying because I haven't been able to make family and friends realize how serious I am. So I decided to help me and others realize how serious I am. I decided to make a fake banner, like just a banner. So when I'm writing, I like making fake book covers to help me get me inspired, to help me visualize the book in stores. So when I first wrote these books, when I started planning the books, my Forgotten Magic series, I made covers. So yesterday I decided that I was gonna make a advertising banner to give myself some pressure that I needed to finish these books on time. I give myself a real deadline. I give myself deadline finishing my translation before the end of January, so I could have time to send it to an editor to edit my book in English The Icelandic version is ready for editor. I just have to send it out. And I decided to do this banner. So I made this banner and I posted it on my website. And also the introduction of the book on my website, in the hopes that it will make people realize that I'm serious, that this is actually a job that I am investing money in, so take me seriously. Because, you know, with family and friends, they kind of never take it, not take it seriously until they see the dollars, they see the money, they see the success, they see people talk about your book, they see firsthand people talking about your stuff, that their friend or family, if the family member, that people are talking about them. It's funny and it's weird and it's annoying, but it's a fact of life. So this week has been going a little bit, trying to make everything around my book more professional, since marketing is so important is in this stage, because I'll be publishing next year. So I've already started my publishing path, or marketing path to publishing. But I'm very excited. I was thinking about, as I'm translating, I was thinking about how much easier it would be if I just decided to hire someone to translate my book for me. I might do that at some point, maybe not for the first book, but I might do that at some point and that go over it again and add my special words and special twists. But at the moment, I want to be the one, because I want the word. There's certain words, you know, you want to put your touch on things. So I rather, even though English isn't my first language, I want to have my touch and that get a pro person to edit it. Okay, now I'm talking in circles. But if you're still watching, thank you. So yeah, this week has been a very energy consuming week. I'm just kind of hoping to find something to boost my energy so I can focus more. I'm actually doing, because of Nano, and because I'm trying to train myself to focus better. I'm such a scatterbrain. I get distracted so freaking easily. It's annoying as hell, but I get so distracted. I have to be in a certain, just like this kind of zone to be able to concentrate. And I've been watching this guy on YouTube that is studying to be a doctor or surgeon. I think he's studying to be a surgeon, to help with these things. I'm listening to seminars and everything to help me learn to freaking focus. So I'll definitely be ready to get my 2,000 words in when NaNoWriMo starts. At the moment, I may be able to do half. Most days, it's not 1,000 words easily if I manage to focus. And I need to be able to get out 2,000 words in November. But at my current writing process, I'm getting a little skeptic how I'm gonna manage that. But I'm fast drafting, not this or Nano, so that should also be easier. I don't have to spend a lot of time plotting, so that's a big plus. But yes, yeah, I was just gonna talk about publishing. But yes, the other thing, back to the publishing things, the reason for me to publish on the English market instead of the Icelandic market, especially since I am Icelandic, my native tongue is Icelandic. It's simple. As a dyslexic person, I find now, I hope my Icelandic viewers will not come after me for this, but so I have mentioned in my first video. So I'm dyslexic. I'm a dyslexic person with a passion for books. I love stories. I adore stories. and I want to write. And I have found that you have a easier time to find helpful tools essentially when it comes to grammars and spelling in English than in Icelandic, because we're ahead in so many levels, and we're getting so much better with every year, but we're still so far behind on software and helpful tools for Icelandic writers that are dyslexic. So that's the other reason that my grammar can come off better in English than in Icelandic, because I can have an easier access of tools in English. I actually find that pretty sad. But I'm still gonna publish in Icelandic. I just have to do like the other thing. I have to pay someone to make sure everything is right. I would have to do it automatically. But the sad thing is, it will be costing me more than in English, and for the English translation, for the simple fact that I have more tools in English to help me make sure my grammar is better and my spelling is better than in Icelandic. So the Icelandic translator and the editor will have a tougher time than my English one. Yeah, that is just pure sad. But I know in a few years this will be better. There are professionals always trying to make it better every year, so one day I hope this will not be the issue. But yeah, I'm very excited to publish again, and this time using a pen name. Yes, H.K.Darkwood is my pen name. The first two letters are my name, but this name is my pen name. It's not basic pen name. So from reality to my fantasy. Oh, did I tell you where my name comes from? So Darkwood, it doesn't come just from nowhere. So when I was 14, I decided I conspired to write a book series. 14, dyslexic. You couldn't read what I was writing, even though you tried. It was so terrible. And I have a place in my book series that's called Darkwood. There are mystical things that happen in Darkwood, and some very precious memories that I created in my head, that are from that time of my life when I had the most passion to write. So from there the name comes from. Darkwood comes from that story, and that's the reason I have that name, because that book is the reason I decided I'm not gonna give a rat's ass, excuse the language, of if I'm supposed to write or not, or if I have the right to write, since I always thought I didn't have the right to write because I was dyslexic. But just to show, don't let people stop your dreams. Anyways, I've been rambling for way too long. I'm just talking in circles. I should have a plan. Next time I'm gonna have a plan. Just not like talk subjects, so you don't ramble endlessly. Because I am not gonna edit this video. I'm gonna make sure that beginning blobbers don't show up. And I'm just gonna be my regular self. I'm not gonna edit all the shit out of this video, because I believe people should see who they're looking at, with all their flaws and flops and gold nuggets. So, if you're still watching, you're freaking awesome. Thank you for the support. If you want to be notified when my book comes out next year, I would go to my website, hkdarkwood.com, and sign up for my newsletter. People on my newsletter will be getting special bonuses when my book comes out. So, do that. Like, subscribe to this video, helps me out a lot, and also shows me what to continue focusing on, is if the video path is the true marketing video path for this author. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. Let nobody else tell you otherwise. You are freaking precious. See you later. Bye.